Good morning. This is Mark Sebastian, the founder of OptionPit.com, and this is the AM Volatility Report. Hey, we had a great webinar last night, and went really well. I posted on the blog, but another spot you can get it, middle of this good old 4-day boot camp. You can watch the whole thing. You can hear about me and Andrew, but really you can learn all about the 4-day boot camp that we're starting next Wednesday. If you are newer to options or semi-new to options and you want to learn all the pieces to start really building a foundation, this is the place to do it. OptionPit.com/begin-camp or OptionPit.com/events. Again, you can also catch a replay there. So let's talk about the market. Well, after a few days of really rip-roaring rallies, we're finally getting kind of a breather today with the market backing off a touch. Even if vol's flat, the market is at least not up on the day. If you look at where futures and everything are, we're kind of right up against where a lot of people think we start to hit some resistance. You can see we had this kind of 1935-ish level last time. Bounced right off of it. So that's kind of what I think people are looking for out of this, and I think that's where that's where there's a real potential for us to turn around. A lot of people are looking at a level. It could crack the stops and then turn right around. I don't know, but there certainly is some perceived risk there. And so I think you have to be careful. I think you have to be very wary of, the market turning around. There's potential there. Now, it doesn't necessarily happen. I mean, we could have had a quote-unquote double bottom, even though we had a lower low. But as you'll recall, volatility keeps fading these sell-offs, so we haven't had any real panic on these differing sell-offs. So, who knows, whether we're done or not. But the market certainly looks like it wants to take a breather today at a minimum. I don't blame it. Then, if I look around at kind of the other things that are moving around, let's start with currency. Currency seems to have slowed its roll. Doesn't seem to be flying around the same way it was. Gold, which had been up and down big, is now not. It's starting to cool its jets. The one mover and shaker, oil. Oil is having another day of rallying. I don't know how long it lasts. I think it could run a 34 or something like that. Who knows? But oil is definitely on the mend. That doesn't mean that it's too late to sell premium, because if you look at OVX, it's still almost 70. That is incredibly expensive, and if I pull up a chart of this, it'll take a second, you can see it's not like we're not sky high. On a 1 year or a 2 year, you can see we're still about as high as we've been. So there's opportunity to sell. It's just in different spots. If you're looking at something like USO, you might look at May or June or July. That whole area. On my Track the Trade show at trackthetrade.com, I did a put 1x2, bear put 1x2, and in our strategy letter, we've got one in July that looks like it's getting close to at least being partially unwound already. So you can see that we definitely see that there's some potential here for volatility to come in more. Areas where you gotta wonder, financials. They had a nice run up and have since gotten slammed, and now just a tiny little pop off that bottom. You gotta wonder, can the market rally without Goldman and JP Morgan? And right now, you'd see we're not doing much and those names aren't doing much. So the answer is no. So then, some of the other fangers, you got your Facebook and Apple, and, they had a big day yesterday, and they're kind of taking a breather today. So today, at a minimum, looks like a breather day, not a day where we're going to be up 20, 30 handles. Doesn't mean we're done rallying, but we could be topping off here, or we could get kind of a one day break before we move higher from here. This definitely feels like a day where there's a time to rest, if you will, and maybe the market doesn't fly around today. A quote unquote boring day. All right, folks. If you've got questions about Option Pit or anything what we do, you can email me, mark@optionpit.com. You can call me 888-TRADE-01. And I hope everybody has a great day, and I will talk to you soon.